I just graduated. In honor of graduating, I thought I'd make a video about what I learned in high school. Number 1. If you wear a shirt that is massively produced and widely distributed as the same day as that girl, yes, she is actually right over there in the room with me, in fact, she will want to rip your hair out. Then she'll tell everyone that this shirt looks better on her. Then she'll start a quarrel with you about who bought the shirt first, and that, oh, she definitely bought the shirt before you. Number 2. I should never metaphorically walk down a career path or get into any field that involves the application of physics. And there is a very long and treacherous explanation as to why, but that is a story best saved for later. 3. I didn't like how we were in a way trained to get up from our desks every time we heard a bell. It'd be like, you hear the bell, grab your stuff and head for the door. And then there'd be those teachers who would say, hey, did I dismiss you? And then you just sort of slowly sink back down into your chair, and then they'd do that thing where they'd go, okay, go ahead. But really, it's like, is this school or is this classical conditioning with Ivan Pavlov? 4. There was always that teacher that would punish the entire class if one person was late by making us stay late, thereby making us late to our next class. It's quite the cycle. 5. High five. Yes. Grades are based completely and 100% on achievement and not on ability, potential, or intelligence. 6. If you take poetry class, at least this is how it was at my school, you must remember that it is a slacker class. I didn't take it because it was a slacker class. I took it because I love poetry. The second you contribute to classroom discussion, saying something like the poem is a didactic sonnet about the conflict between the internal and the external, or something like that, only because classroom discussion is 50% of your grade. Otherwise, I would have never said anything. So the second you contribute saying something mildly correct, everyone's going to ask you for help on their essay, which really started to irk me because there was this girl who didn't know what the word eternal means, and if you have to ask what the word eternal means, I would just like to ask you something. How did you make it this far, and why is your grade point average higher than mine? 7. Political debates / discussions in AP Gov class get very tense, and they subtly start to dictate where people sit in the room as the class goes on. 8. I hope your high school doesn't do this, but at my school it was if the girls chose to ignore the dress code and dress provocatively, they would turn the air conditioning up, rendering the building colder inside than it is outside. 9. I like the friends that I made in elementary and middle school the best because they liked me before my taste in music, clothes, movies, what have you, got better. 10. Yes, we were that small when we were underclassmen. Remember, I don't have this many fingers, so 11. This is why upperclassmen don't like freshmen. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Reading E.E. Cummings poetry. Ha ha! That happened to me, actually. Number 12. You hear people all throughout high school say what they're going to do on stage when they get their diploma, like, oh, I'm not gonna wear anything under my gown, and then I'm gonna flash everyone as I run across and grab my diploma. People never go through with these things. So that's what I learned in high school.
Promise you